Hello, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you all are doing good and have been doing good. If this is some people who has followed me over the early on this year, I apologize. I have not had a video out for a little while. I have had some personal issues, and also my equipment software has not been wanting to work when I have had time to try to record. But, excuse me, I am back better than ever, and I am ready to entertain you with the radio show that you all know called WWE Unscripted. Now let's get down to it. NXT UK results from today. About 20 minutes ago is when I'm recording this. Actually, 20 minutes on the dot as of right this time. Or when everybody was shocked in the main event. Imperium, Walter, Marcel Bartel, and Fabian Eichner versus British Strong Style. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven was in the main event, but we'll talk about that a little later on. Let's start at the beginning. By the way, you guys will not want to listen to this if you have not watched or do not want to know, because spoilers is ahead. I'm discussing something also, but it spoils the main event, but I'm discussing also something that has changed the landscape of the WWE, which I'm thrilled about. In a great way, by the way, guys. Okay. Jenny and Jazzy Gabert defeated Xia Brookside and Isla Dawn. Now, if you know this or not, I don't know if you guys knew this. I'm sure you guys do. Jenny claims to be the virtuosa of the NXT UK and the whole WWE. Well, she had a match against Toni Storm multiple weeks ago, and it was unsuccessful in her journey on becoming NXT UK Women's Champion. She was not able to do so. Toni Storm still NXT UK Women's Champion after last week retaining also again. What a fighting champion. Got to respect her on level. She defeated once again another challenger every week about, and this I am talking about is the Nina Samuels show. Not guest, but owner, I guess, excuse me, the main attraction, Nina Samuels. Nothing less. Nina Samuels came up short also, so Toni Storm's on a roll. Nothing to be ashamed of from Jenny's shot at the title couple weeks ago back. Well, let's talk about what happened during a match with Xia Brookside and Killer Kelly a couple weeks back. Jenny came out, and then Jazzy Gabert came out too. If you have not seen Jazzy Gabert, then I'm sure you've not watched the Mae Young Classic. And Jazzy Gabert was in the main event of the first round of the first episode of the first ever Mae Young Classic. And that was in 2017. We have seen her here and there, but we've not seen her in NXT UK till a couple of weeks ago. And, well, Jenny's made it clear she's basically hired her to get. She's smart and rich. Well, when she came out with Jenny, Jazzy Gabert made her way to the ring. This is about a month ago. And Xia Brookside and Killer Kelly were standing beside each other, and Killer Kelly decided to get out of there because it was a little too much. It was a little too much for her to handle. Xia Brookside stood her ground, probably regretted it, but not regretted it, but very sore. And wished it would have been that brutal. But nothing less, she found another tag team partner with the same interest of defeating Jenny and Jazzy Gabert and Isla Dawn. And Isla Dawn and Xia Brookside had a good showing here and there, but really the whole match was dominated by Jenny and Jazzy Gabert, if you ask me. There was a couple months Xia Brookside really shined. Isla Dawn got Jazzy Gabert down to one knee one time, which was interesting. But now you want to talk about a team. Jenny and Jazzy Gabert is definitely a business team, a business funded team, a business motivated team, because Jazzy Gabert did her finisher. It was really a, I don't know. I would say it was a Yokozuka face buster, probably. A Yokosuka face buster, and she landed on her knees. Jazzy Gabble does. If you haven't seen her finish her, it's devastating. She did that to Isla Dawn, and then Jenny demanded her to be tagged in. Well, that happened, of course. Jenny made the pinfall. Now, talking about Kenny Williams, he was discussing backstage about Noam Dar's actions. He said that he's still his friend, that ain't going to affect how he acts. But if you guys watch 205 Live in NXT UK, you have seen Noam Dar's attitude shortly has changed since he came back from injury. But he says he's not been too surprised for the fact being he's known him for about 10 years, and he's kind of 50-50 on if you can trust him. But he said, he don't support Noam Dar's actions, but he's not going to disfriend him over it either. So, it's kind of makes sense. And then we saw two of the hardest hitters in NXT UK, Ilya Dragunov versus Joseph Connors. And Joseph Connors brought all to Ilya Dragunov, but sadly fell short as Ilya Dragunov hit the torpedo uppercut out of the corner. His whole body weight almost went on Connors on this one. So now Ilya Dragunov is 2-0. And I would really like to see him face. I would really like to see him face Pete Dunne. What else? I would also like to see him face the likes of Bates, some of the major stars of NXT UK who's really made a name for themselves. I guess you could say founding fathers of it. I would really like him to face some top quality talent. Not taking nothing away from Joseph Connors, but you know what I mean. Now, so he defeated Joseph Connors. Ilya Dragunov did. Moving on to Toni Storm, she said that she heard the comments of Kaylee Ray, and, well, here's what happened. She said if Kaylee Ray wants a shot at the title, she knows where to find her, just like the rest of the division. So, as I was going, Toni Storm is one of my favorite personal women's superstars in all of WWE and in the world. One of the best in the world, if you ask me. She is one of the best talents we have seen since Sasha Banks, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch, the four horsewomen of WWE. She's that caliber of talent, if you ask me. And she's just going to be a major star. She's definitely the best in NXT UK, in my opinion. But nothing as she's accepting all challenges like the fighting champion she are. I do love her, respect her as a champion, as a professional wrestler, and I don't know who couldn't. She's very impressive, and also hasn't backed down from a challenge yet. Who we could see face her? Well, you know who we could see face her? The winner of next week's NXT UK Women's Division Battle Royal. Yeah. How does that sound? Yes, it is true. NXT UK Women's Championship #1 contender Battle Royal. And there's going to be so many women. I won't even give it all away. They showed the image, but I still just want you guys to just be shocked. But I'm just going to take some of the major names. I'm going to tell you who I think will win it. NXT UK Women's Championship #1 contenders Battle Royal. You know who I think is winning it? Xia Brookside. But also in it is two of the women who has the most hatred for another in the division and the whole WWE. It's brewing at that point. Piper Niven and Rhea Ripley. Excuse me for that. They dominate Jenny and Jazzy Gabbard is in the same battle role. How do you think that's going to end up? So Jenny has a good chance because she's got friends on her side. And everybody else, it's every woman for their elf. Even though there was, Isla Dawn and Xia Brooks are teaming up tonight. Next week, it will be nobody. And also, if you saw last week, Gallus attacked the Hunt. And then, this week, Primate and Wild Boar, made it very clear what is going to happen next week. They said, Gallus, next week, the Hunt is on. So that is going to be one heck of a match. I would assume Wolfgang and Mark Coffey, because they attacked him last week, but maybe we'll see Joe Coffey. I'm not sure. I do know the Kiwi Buzzsaw Travis Banks, who just won a fatal 4-way match, who earned his way to a NXT UK championship match with Walter at some future date. Well, guess what happened? He had a little interview today, a special look into the life of Travis Banks, and it was called Travis Banks Defined. And he's talking about how he got injured and was out for 3 months, but it only helped him. How is with that? You get injured and you have that type of attitude. Now, you know who does have that type of attitude? Joe Coffey, because Joe Coffey is not going to be happy. And it's not happy already about, he didn't win the Battle Royal last week. Fatal 4-way last week. But neither did Jordan Devlin, among others, in that Fatal 4-way match. I mean, we saw Jordan Devlin, we saw Travis Banks, who obviously won it, we saw Joe Coffey, and we saw Travis Banks won a Fatal 4-way last week. I was talking about the women's Battle Royal. I got mixed up. Okay. Last week, Travis Banks won a Fatal 4-way number 1 contenders match against Joe Coffey, Jordan Devlin, and do you know who else was in it? Dave Mastiff. So he won against a pretty impressive competition. I think he can beat Walter. How? Don't ask me, but I think he can. Somehow. Now, I want to talk about something. And this is about to get to what I'm talking about. Imperium defeated British Strong Style. One heck of a hard-hitting amazing between the two trios known as Imperium, the team of Walter, Marcel Bartel, and Fabian Eichner. I'm sure you know them by now. Imperium means the definition of Imperium is absolute power. And that is what they are. Now, I want to talk about British Strong Style, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven, because they could have won. It's not that Imperium won on their own. No. They was wrestling. A man in pants, a hoodie with a hoodie up, and a mouth and face cover came out. And I was not sure who it was. He just came walking. The ref got his body in between the ropes and was like, "What are you doing? Who are you?" Whatever. He was shocked. Well, guess what happened? The ref got knocked down, of course, outside the ring. Inadvertently by Trent Seven. Well, now it's Marcel Bartel and Tyler Bate legal. And with that, the superstar, because the ref was down, took off the mask. And it was, we've not seen him on months. He was once a NXT Tag Team Champion, and he was part of the SmackDown Live roster, but we have not seen him for months. Alexander Wolf. Wow. What? Why? And wow. I was so speechless. I flipped out. Do you know what this means? He came in the ring. He did a powerbomb to Tyler Bate. And then, after we did powerbomb to Tyler Bate, he did something that really shocked us all. He left Marcel Bartel to make the pinfall and win, and then he got outside the ring. They stand there on behind the back. Walter, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Bartel standing tall in the main event. Well, there's a little gap open, and I said, what? That ain't usually how they stand. They was leaving the choice for Alexander Wolf to join, and he did. Alexander Wolf came, and he was standing there, and oh my gosh. The NXT UK champion just got a little more backup, and one heck of a new member to Imperium. Imperium is now 4. You heard me. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 superstars. And that is what I want to talk about. I am thrilled about this because this means we are getting the return of factions, main event stories, main event matches with factions. Yes, the Shield and Evolution is a faction, 3-man. The New Day is technically a faction, 3 or more members. They had, but they're more considered a tag team now than a stable faction. Well, 4, it becomes the 4 Horsemen. Yeah, ever heard of them? They used to be big. Of course, everybody's heard of them. J.J. Dillon was the manager with, oh my gosh, so many members. But the point being is, the 4 Horsemen, the NWO, D-Generation X, the Undisputed Era is in there now, though, and now Imperium, and I am absolutely thrilled that we are getting the return of factions. I literally had to get on here and tell you guys about it because I flipped out. It was amazing. It was so awesome, and I loved it. Oh, it was so cool. Man, I loved it. Oh, it was so awesome. But I absolutely love it. I hope we continue to get more factions. Never could be enough factions, in my opinion. I love it. Oh, it is so awesome. Man, it's so cool. Okay, and now I would like to talk about something. And that is and I would like to talk about one of my life-changing, amazing experiences that was such an honor and privilege to take part in. And this actually happened the weekend of WrestleMania, the night of NXT TakeOver. This actually happened April 6th, I believe. And this was a Friday night. I was surprised, and I had the privilege and honor of going to JPWA. And if you don't know what JPWA is, you're probably, in a bad position to not know what that is, and that's why I'm going to tell you. It is Jacobs Pritchard Wrestling Academy, where legends begin. And this place, it is located in Knoxville, Tennessee. And hang on, and I will tell you, it is at, it is right beside D1 at Hardin Valley Road, Knoxville, Tennessee. You can call them at 865-622-7117, or you can go to the website jpwa.com and Jacobs Pritchard Wrestling Academy. That's where legends begin. And and classes, they are now accepting classes for the JPWA fall session August 5th through October 25th. And it is absolutely amazing. And I had the distinct and amazingly privileged honor to go, and I got to meet one of the greatest minds and the greatest trainer in professional wrestling history and will ever be, Dr. Tom Pritchard. If you don't know who Dr. Tom Pritchard is, I say this in the most respectful way I can toward any of you listeners, but you are not a true wrestling fan. I mean, who does not know? I already knew of Dr. Tom Pritchard. He's amazing. He has trained, let me tell you some of these success stories. He has trained Heath Slater, Natalia Neidhart, Rusev, Damian Sandow, Titus O'Neil, Jim Cornette, and I mean, some of the people he has trained is absolutely insane. He has trained Kurt Angle, Stephanie McMahon, the Bella Twins, Titus O'Neil, excuse me, I already said that one, the Usos, Jason Jordan, Sin Cara, the Hardy Boys, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, Bray Wyatt, Alicia Fox, and The Rock. Yes, you heard me, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He trained him from the bottom up. And he's such an amazing mind, got so much knowledge and advice. And I got the chance to go there while nobody else was even there. And I got to go and watch his class. And I got to go and watch his class. But before the class, I got to Rivoli and talk to him, ask him some questions. He taught me how to run the ropes, how when you first start. I won't release the details of that, but he taught me how to run the ropes, which was such an honor. And he made me feel very, very privileged. And it was just such an amazing, great, life-changing experience and an honor. It was awesome. It absolutely made my life. It was amazing. And with that, I want to tell you, you need to go train to this. Currently, not getting into details, but I'm not medically cleared to train. But when I am cleared to train, I am definitely going there to train. The price is $2,900 for 12 weeks, 5 days a week. And I mean, every time you go, you're there for hours of training. It is absolutely amazing. They're looking for serious students who has a goal to be trained in a way that makes success possible, and the course is priced in that way. I agree with it. The non-refundable deposit is $500, and the remaining $2,400 is paid in $800 per month installments. And I mean, it's not bad at all. You know who else helps and owns that school? Along with Dr. Tom Pritchard, the legend. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Glenn Jacobs, the mayor of Knox County. Kane. The big red machine Kane. We'll talk about multiple-time champion. And don't take nothing away from Dr. Tom Pritchard either with championships. He is a 8-time Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Team Champion. He held 5 of them with Sweet Stan Lane and 3 of them with Jimmy Del Rey. It is absolutely amazing. And you know what else he held? He held, well, no, not even he. Shout this out to him. He won the vacant WWE, known as other names back then, WWE, did copyright, I won't say, but WWE Tag Team Championships in 1993. No? Oh, no. Okay, excuse me. I just remember. He challenged he was part of the Body Donnas. He was part of the Heavenly Bodies. I mean, this man's a legend. He was part of the Express, and I think you know who I'm talking about. Anybody who's listening to this, what is it? The Midnight Express? Is that it? Is it the Rock and Roll Express? Which one was Dr. Tom Pritchard in? If you know anything about wrestling, you would know. It is. I'm going to let you see. I'm going to let you think about that. It was the Midnight Express. I mean, you would definitely say that he's a legend. I mean, I would, but now with that, he is, excuse me, I got off topic. It's so amazing. But he won the vacant, they challenged, and won the vacant WWE World Tag Team Championships. Dr. Tom Pritchard did. At WrestleMania. This man has competed on the grandest stage of them all. The goal of anyone who gets into the business. And he won a title there. It's absolutely amazing. Such a privilege. I got to get in the ring with him, and he actually showed me some walking holds and actually showed me some maneuvers. And he made it really, really such a great experience. I got to run the ropes. I got the feel of everything. He was telling me a lot of the business. I got to ask him any questions. I was down there for hours. Then we got to stay and watch practice. I got to stay and watch practice. It was so cool. It was so amazing. I got to stay and watch practice, and with that, what does that tell you? I got to see some more of the business, and I just can't wait till I get in there training. But definitely sign up now on the website, jpwa.com. And when you go to the website, press apply, and you can apply now for the JPWA fall session, August 5th through October 25th. And at this time, please allow 3 to 4 weeks for a response. And they're looking for applicant ages 15 and up. So just put all your info there, and boom, there you go. But it's so amazing. And Kane, of course, Kane dropped by, and he is massive. I did not get to meet Kane that day, but I mean massive in title reigns, because I talk about Dr. Tom Pritchard. Talk about Kane. I mean, Kane's did everything. He's got the most Royal Rumble eliminations of all time, total. Yes, I believe he does still hold that record. I mean, he's just dominating Rumbles. He's dominant anytime. But I got a chance to meet 2 of these students there too, and you should go out and watch them sometime. And speaking of watch, you can watch some of their training at JPWA's YouTube channel. And with that, I will tell you, it's well worth your time to sit and watch. It is so amazing. It's well time worthy, and I absolutely love it. I got a couple things from there, and it was cool. It was so amazing. Such a great experience. Thank you so much if you hear this. Again, Dr. Tom Pritchard. And I'm very much looking forward to coming to train very, very soon. And it was really amazing. So if you guys ever want to visit down there, train down there, go ahead and get a hold of him on their or somebody on their website, because it's really amazing. But I just want to talk about that because that's one of the videos I tried to upload and did not get to, however, because of circumstances known as audio errors. I believe the next equipment would let you post anything or do it stunk. But it's okay because it worked now. So it's okay. It's awesome. But I was just going to tell you guys, really, really great. But I think that's all for today. Let's hope this post for me. Because I tried to post it and it didn't let me before. So if you hear this, be ready, because that means I will be back posting weekly. Maybe every day, maybe one day a week. I don't know. I could be posting stuff anytime. So like, subscribe, share, please. And I know a bunch of YouTubers say that. Like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, share. But I really do truly would really truly love and appreciate your support. And thank you guys for those who do. No offense taken if you guys don't do any of that. But just please, if you would. And just everyone, just have a wonderful day, night, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.